Brody, the plaintiff, says his ex-girlfriend went too far when she burned his belongings after their breakup. He claims he was just trying to retrieve his things when she set them ablaze, leaving him with nothing. Now, he's suing for $1,200 in damages. Cammie, the defendant, says Brody got what he deserved. She admits to burning his stuff, but says she did it because she found out he cheated on her. She argues that she doesn't owe him a dime because betrayal has consequences. All rise for Judge Joe Show.
All right, we've got Cammie and Brody on. Cammie, is this the first time? Hi. Is this the first time that you've talked to Brody since the blow up and the whole "hey, I want my stuff back" fight?
It is. It is, Your Honor.
Brody, you're not too happy, but you also you cheated. So there's a lot to unpack with this. But Brody, why do you believe? And we hear, "Hey, I need this, I need that, all back." After cheating, though, what is that main argument? Why do you believe that everyone listening right now should call in and say, "Hey, Brody deserves the money to replace all of his items"?
Your Honor, I believe that I am owed $1,200 in damages from my ex because, frankly, regardless of what I did, it was still my property and she had no right to destroy it whatsoever. I will admit fully and non-remorsely, I absolutely cheated. And you know what? I don't care. I would have cheated again. I don't care about that. I am remorseless. But that doesn't mean that you have a right to destroy my property, though. There's laws against destroying property. There's no laws against being unfaithful. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
All right, Cammie, talk me through being cheated on and then those acts after that, because you're not alone in retaliating, and especially when it comes to burning things. I've heard this a billion times. I have friends who have done this before. Talk me through that, though. How did you find out he was cheating? How quickly did you then decide to burn his stuff?
So he had logged in to my laptop to do something. I don't really know. He just asked if he could borrow it. And everyone that has an iPhone and a MacBook computer or any Mac, iPad, whatever, knows that if you log in with your Apple account, it will sync to the cloud and it will show you messages from your phone or other devices. But Brody here is not the brightest light bulb in the box, not the sharpest crayon either, and left the computer logged in. Then he went to work, and I saw everything. I saw every picture, every dirty text, multiple women, I would like to add. After our anniversary dinner, on Valentine's Day, on a trip we were on, you name it, he was cheating during it. So I have zero remorse either, Brody.
Cammie, how fast did you burn everything then? You get back from the vacation and that's the first thing that you do?
Well, I saw the messages on his computer that day. The vacation had been a couple of weeks prior.
Okay, sorry.
And pretty much burned it.
Let's be careful about swearing. I get it though. I would feel the same way that you feel right now. Cammie and Brody, we get a lot of people calling in. They're going to share their sides. What I ask from you too is to just sit and listen. I'm sure when you hear that someone else is on, when someone is on someone else's side, like Brody, if you hear someone's on Cammie's side, that could frustrate you. Cammie, same way. Let's just be respectful. Let's hear them, and we're going to come up with a decision. If you're just turning on your radio, this is Judge Joe Show. $1,200 is what Brody is asking for. He cheated. He says, "Hey, I don't feel bad that I cheated. Cammie shouldn't have burnt my stuff. I want $1,200 to replace it." Cammie's saying, "Listen, you cheated on me. Go figure out your stuff. I don't care." Corey, whose side are you on?
Cammie's side. She should keep the money and go take herself on another trip with another holiday or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's one for Cammie. Mm-hmm. That is one for Cammie. Let's see if we can, what's going to happen next. Hey, yo, my man, you're on Brody's side.
Hey, yo, my man, I'm on his side. Nobody has any right to burn stuff, regardless of cheating. It's like same as you have no right to put your hands on somebody regardless of cheating. That was his property. I don't.
Christian, you're on Cammy's side.
I am, yeah. You know, at first I was on Bodie's side, but then I heard the way he was talking to her.
Right.
Talks to her like a piece of crap. So I was like, you know what? He deserves this stuff to be burned, just for the way he talks to her. I get it's not right at the end of the day, but like he said, he has no remorse, so why should she?
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, quick little hearing from the judges that always show up. We love hearing, or I'm sorry, the jury who always show up. But they show up so much they might as well be the judge, truthfully. Right. Thank you from those three. A lot of people calling in. They want to talk to both of you. We'll cross-examination as well. I know Ashley and Jed got questions. Cammy and Brody, I'm going to put you on hold. Coming up next, in 2 minutes, we'll hear from more of the jury and we'll come to our decision. If you're just turning on your radio, this is Judge Joe Show on 93.3 FLZ. We've got two people on who used to be in love. They ain't got no love anymore. Cammy caught Brody cheating. Cammy went and burned all of Brody's stuff. Brody is now asking for $1,200. We'll find out who's the winner next. Welcome back to court. This is Judge Joe Show on 93.3 FLZ. Brody and Cammy are on the phone. We are cross-examining the plaintiff and defendant. Brody, the plaintiff, is asking for $1,200 from his ex after Cammy found out that Brody was cheating on her with multiple guys. Cammy went and burned his stuff, set ablaze a lot. What are some of the things, Brody, that she burnt?
Your Honor, she destroyed anything you could possibly think of. Shirts, a pair of sneakers, jeans, nice pants, a suit that I had. She destroyed items that were casually bought, items that were expensive. Please.
You got that suit from Men's Warehouse.
No. You shut up.
Can I ask a question, Judge? Can I ask a question?
You don't have a right to talk right now. This is my time to talk. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, she destroyed items that were important to me, that were personal to me, and that were expensive to me. And you know what? Cheating, whatever. You know what? That's my flaw. No one's perfect. I didn't break a law. She broke a law. Destruction of property is illegal. I don't care.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. I'll be the judge of that. I'm a judge. You're not. I'm not really a judge. Cammy, why? I don't know. Let's have Ashley ask a question. I don't know.
I wanted to know, Cammy, how much of the items were burned that you actually purchased for Brody? Because he's like, oh, this is my stuff. This is my stuff. But let's be real. A lot of these girls are buying these items for these guys. So I don't care if you burned it. So how much of, he's saying, it was $1,200, but how much of that was your hard-earned money buying these gifts for him?
Exactly, Ashley. Thank you so much. I would say about 70% were things that I purchased.
Not shocked.
I'm going to need
a math. And also, that was the first time
70%
that was the first time he had ever said thank you to me just now. So,
hold on, I'm doing the math, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Objection, that is a lie. That is an absolute lie, Your Honor. That is a complete lie. She is making that up on the spot. I have thanked her plenty of times when I have received gifts from her. Yeah, a lot of that stuff are items that she herself bought for me. But you know what a gift is? A gift is something you give to someone else. So it's my property now, actually. It's clothing I wore.
All right.
Okay, I don't think you really get to say something about someone being a liar.
No, you shut up. You don't have a right to talk.
All right. Order in the court. Order in the court. And by the way, everything that you say can and will be used against you. That's for the both of you. Juror Tim, whose side are you on? Wow, Ashley just burped in court. That's
I'd like that struck from the record, Your Honor.
All right. Done. Tim, go ahead.
Sadly, I have to be on Brody's side, but I support everything she did. But she said it herself, every action has a consequence.
Thank you, Tim. Eric, whose side are you on?
I'm on Brody's side. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right. So, I mean, that's the first part of hers. And for him, I mean, of course, what he did is unethical and wrong. But like he said, it's not against the law. And if he was to take her to small claims court, he would lose in an instant, especially with this audio.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, hold on one second.
Wait, yeah,
You're in Judge Joe Show's court. Don't do that to me. Don't bring up other courts to me. Allie, go ahead.
I agree with him. Two wrongs don't make a right. However, I've been in her situation. I know what it feels like. At the end of the day, she's got to be able to look at herself in the mirror, and I don't think she would feel really good about what she's doing. Like,
That's a good question. You know what, Allie? I want to know that. Cammie, have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
I have, and I am incredibly proud of myself for not putting up with him and his actions.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. I just don't think you could have let karma do it on their own. Everything, it's going to come back to him on his own.
All right.
You know, he gave deserves and he deserved it.
Allie, that's a really good point. Thank you for that. Maria, whose side are you on?
Cammie, I'm just the only one, too.
Why is that?
At first I was on Brody's side, but when he said that he wasn't remorseful for cheating, just for that simple fact, it was kind of an ignorant comment.
Sure.
You should, I get it, but if you want to cheat, if you want to go off and be with other people, you leave somebody, you don't just cheat. So, I mean, he could have given her an STD or something.
Right. One more time, if you're just turning on your radio, this is Judge Joe Show. Brody and Cammie on the phone. They used to be in love. Brody was cheating a lot. Who knows, Brody, did you ever love Cammie?
Your Honor, I'm going to plead the fifth. That is irrelevant to the conversation we're having right now. Your Honor, this is not a question of love. This is not a question of loyalty. This is a question of destruction of property, and there is no law against being unloyal to your spouse or your girlfriend. Is it moral? That's up to you. But there is no law against being unfaithful. There are laws against destroying things, though, and this woman destroyed $1,200 in property that was owned by me. It doesn't really matter what people's opinions are, because opinions are not the same thing as laws, and she broke a law.
Okay.
Cammie, were you ever in love with Brody?
Yeah, at one point, unfortunately.
Yeah. Is it Joshua? What's your name?
JUDGEjoeSHOW.
JUDGEjoeSHOW, yes.
What up, girl? What up, baby?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good now that I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Whose side are you on?
I am on Cammie's side. I feel like what he did was absolutely unforgivable, and betrayal is something else. Like, did she do something wrong? Yeah, destroying property is not cool, and it's not right. But no remorse for cheating on your girlfriend. And not just with one person. Like, crime of passion is a thing, and she could have done far more worse things because of her heartbreak and because of her betrayal. And
objection,
I feel like
Your Honor. There is no such thing as an actual law.
Hold on.
Objection.
Again, with the law stuff, Brody. Oh my God! If you have to have a written law to tell you that doing something is wrong, maybe you should look at yourself.
That's the entire point of a court, though, woman. That's the entire point of court. That's the entire point of court. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Girl, you was with Brody for far too long.
For real.
He is. Yeah, he's and but luckily I never been cheated on. So, but I've known people that have been cheated on, and that heartbreak is something else. That depressive state is something else. Betrayal is crazy, and people have died of heartbreak. I mean, that is something that happens. And like I said before, what she did wasn't right, but she could have done far more worse things because of the emotional state that she was in, and burning his clothes was the safest.
She could have bust out his car window, flattened his tires.
Yeah. JUDGEjoeSHOW, we appreciate you. Call him more often. I mean, call of the day, in my opinion. You were good. Listen, we do need to come up with a decision, and at the end of the day, it's my decision alone. That's why we call it Judge Joe Show. One more time, Brody. You want $1,200 from Cammie. $1,200 from Cammie after Cammie found out that you were cheating on her with multiple women, which you say, I have no remorse. I did it, and I'll do it again. Cammie went home and burned your stuff. $1,200 worth of your stuff. Now, we can't really figure out the actual value of these since no one's telling us, but you say it's $1,200 worth. Now, Cammie, you did say 70% of it was stuff that you bought. Now, here's the deal. iHeartRadio, they always want me to say this. Legally, this has no binding. I'm not legally a judge, but I do have a wig, I have a robe, and I have a gavel. So last time I checked, I am a judge. Ladies and gentlemen, the judge has come to his decision. What do we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
War of the Roses.
What happens with War of the Roses?
We find a
Catch
cheater.
cheaters.
Do we like cheaters?
No.
Not at all.
What happens when you cheat?
You get exposed.
There you go. Brody, you have no remorse, and you should. This isn't a court of law. This is a court of, I don't know, us doing stuff, okay? And the stuff I'm doing right now is saying, I find you not guilty, Cammie. You will not be paying any money to Brody. Brody, maybe have a little bit more remorse next time you cheat. It sounds like you probably will do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Judge Joe Show.